Welcome back to episode 3 of the Hues of Hume. How's everyone doing this week?
Oh, well, you know.
Oh, he's already going into the accent.
It's always been a week.
Always been a week.
It's always been a week in these parts, yeah. Work's been busy, so I'm ready for this. ready for a laugh instead of a cry.
I have appreciated the level of fuck it we ball and fuck around find out that y'all have displayed in playing. You've brought the exact right energy for this adventure, and I appreciate you all dearly.
We clearly all needed to be goofballs for a little bit.
Yeah, just let up a little steam, loosen up the collar and tie.
Yeah, we're a bunch of humorous people.
Hey,
I
don't know what accent I'm using, but hopefully it's not paining the listeners too much.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah,
the
no,
more painful, the better.
Yeah, there's a weird precipitous fall off of our British listeners. I don't know what explains it, but like already it's cratering.
I'm not sure we had it to begin with, to be honest.
Someone called me a bell end. I don't know what that means.
It has to do with books, I think.
Something about bats in a belfry. I don't know.
For a hero point, anybody want to reminisce about what happened last time?
I mostly remember that we talked to a farmer and the mayor in this town. We were none too impressed by the mayor of this town, who was obviously just built it to make money, and it was not paying anyone who worked there very well. And then we doubled down in our disapproval when we met the farmer, who didn't seem to be able to read their own contract and thought the mayor was great and probably got a good deal despite being extremely poor. So we weren't too happy about the obvious laborer manipulation and exploitation that seems to be happening here, especially Scott's character.
Goddamn right.
But we were hired to dispatch some wolves that were attacking the livestock, and we did so. Turned out they were summoning undead guys too, some skeletal hounds or whatever. But that was most of it, I think. Did I miss something? Sure I did.
What is okay, so there's 5 main houses, and we are interacting with House of... I can barely read my writing. Renee?
Rinny.
Rinny.
R-H-E-N-I.
Rinny.
Right, and they are not like affiliated or beholden to the laws of Hume.
Correct. Yeah.
Which I remember after the session thinking, we probably should have asked about where we were going when we were going. We just found it out through goofballery and stuff. But yeah.
Y'all have not asked a whole lot of questions, and I appreciate that this is who your characters are. It's one of those things where we are coming out of a dungeon crawl, which was a very linear, don't ask questions, just kick in the next door and see what happens sort of situation.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more of a classical adventure, talk and find rumors and stuff like that sort of situation. But I think you're all doing great. You're on the right track. So
Blinky and Ruddy have been just on the piss, really.
At no point have you asked anybody any questions. You've walked into every room and said, I'm the shit and here's why. And everyone has kind of just been like, okay, oldie. Like,
I was even telling the bartenders what to make.
Yeah. Just a real piece of shit.
Yeah, I do want a sitcom featuring both of them. That's like 6 episodes a season.
Yeah. Just like 20-minute episodes, just in and out. Take a hero point. You did a good job there, Freeman. That covered everything that I could think of. The only thing I would mention is that he didn't necessarily start the town to make money. He started the town to guard the failed children of the noble houses, and it turned out to be lucrative because there were a lot of them.
You don't gather a bunch of failed children of rich kids without some ulterior motives about making money in the first place. I don't believe that for a second.
You may not believe it, but that's what he asserted.
I need a post-facto sense motive.
We've effectively finished the job, although the big main wolf got away.
Yeah.
But you
can give me a nature check.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like we've driven it off for enough to convince them that the job is done. I presume more or less the job was to kill specifically, but I got a 23 on the nature.
Oh, nice. With that roll, you know that most animals, if they receive a beating like that, they're going to go lick their wounds for quite a while. And they're also going to avoid that place that whooped their ass and just go look for something that's easier. Like, they'll, let me range around a little bit before I try to go back here where I just got absolutely stomped.
Ideally, only in desperation do they return.
Yeah. So you have successfully completed that mission. You're good. I'm not going to make you spend 2 days chasing down a wolf that doesn't want to be found.
You sure? Because I got lots of trail songs I could be singing.
Yeah, but your survival is not great for this party.
Terrible.
I don't think a single one of you are trained in it. So you head back to the farmers, and there's actually kind of a response force that is mustered at the sounds of the howls as you get back to the farmers' abode. And you just see them all kind of gawking at you like, oh, who are you folks?
All right, me old mates.
They just NPC stares. The party all waits to see who's going to talk.
How old is this guy? You made him sound quite old.
He's definitely about maybe early 50s, but looks like 70s. Somebody that's worked outside their entire life and has never received proper medical care. To paint a picture, skin is definitely weathered, pockmarked, windswept,
Hobbled in some way.
Yeah, just hair is kind of falling out, kind of greasy, but he has like still a kind of an energy about him that, this is an old man who still showed up with his rake to try to drive this wolf off to help his buddy. So,
Oh, me old mate, we're adventurers hired to take care of the wolves eating all your livestock.
Oh, that's an accent right there. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from here and there and everywhere, but mostly from Hume. Oh, it's actually entirely from Hume.
Where is Hume?
Oh, it's it's out of town, that's for sure. I forget what direction we went in.
Is that a way, brother?
Yeah, that way. That's good for radio. It's over there.
If you look behind me, then you're looking in the right direction, bruv.
For even take a hero point, that was...
Me back's always to Hume.
Oh, well, that sounds like... Does everyone there talk like you? Because I see the two of you kind of have a bit of a thing going on. What?
Oh, yeah, Blinky here's got the exact same accent as me. Go ahead and talk to him, Blinky.
Pretty much, brother. This is what I sound like. And the rest of my party sound quite different.
Okay, so you sound more like a hooligan, and that guy sounds more like, just a drunk.
Hume is a land of very regionally specific accents. I haven't found the exact region these two are from specifically. Hey, maybe you'd like to see a newspaper of the place, and Percy will produce one of his newspapers and give it to the NPC.
Oh.
Before you ask, yes, all cats sound like that.
I wasn't going to ask. Okay. Could you read it to me? I'm not exactly what you would call reading capable. There's another word for it, but I don't know it.
Of course, and he will actually pull out the second publication that Percy makes, which is his little anarchist punk scene, and start rattling off about mercantilism again.
Oh my god.
So wait, you're saying that mercantilism is what we are currently experiencing and is a bad thing?
Of course, yes. The owner of this town only wants to see you subservient, and I think that if everybody works together, quietly at first, but louder with more voices, perhaps things could change around here.
Who's more important than the people who are making the food? Everybody's eating all right, but you ain't got no money in your pockets.
Oh, well, I see a certain amount of sense, but doesn't that disrupt the natural order of things?
See, that's the problem, brother. You should stand on your feet instead of being on your knees in front of these fuckers.
Oh, I wish I could be on my knees. Oh, I'm tired. I'm always on my feet.
You could say the natural order was those wolves eating those horses. There is no natural order out here anymore. It's just us sticking together.
You've given me a lot to think about. Do you have any materials on learning how to read?
Oh, don't hurt yourself, mate. Just Stay in your lane, you'll be all right.
No, you're right. Better to trust my betters.
Well, maybe you should see what's going on in one of these schools around here. You know, in your free time. I hear they...
No, I can't afford that enrollment.
Oh, well. Do they not give discounts for senior citizen?
No scholarships for the working folk?
What's a
Have you tried
scholarship?
robbing somebody?
Robbing somebody? That's a crime.
No, sorry. No, that's don't do that.
So you seen any other shady activity around here, bruv? We've noticed these wolves, undead creatures. Anything else strange you've noticed?
Besides some of the kids at the schools getting into some weird rituals where they'll bend our crops in certain directions, I haven't really... I don't go into town much. You're more likely to find weird things there. But yeah, just some of the kids have been making art with our crops by bending the stalks at certain angles and to make patterns.
Tuh. Blinky spits on the floor. Are you saying that they're coming down to your fields and damaging your goods and to make art and not paying for them? Blasphemy.
And you just see like this guy get really, really nervous. He's like, well, just don't be a squeaky wheel, I guess.
Is this some sort of cult?
Oh, I mean, all the kids wear their university robes. How do you make... What makes something a cult versus a religion?
Oh, mate.
Mainstream acceptance, mostly.
The robes can't help.
Usually there's someone at the top who's taking everything from you for himself.
So wait, the mayor's a cult?
Well, no, he's like the sort of dictator of this effective cult, I think.
A fucking fascist, if you ask me, mate.
Does he ever give anything back to you?
Oh, yeah. Once a year, we get a day off.
It's... Jesus.
And you can tell he's yanking your chain just a little bit there just to kind of... Because, y'all been kind of beating him over the head with, like, you're being a little pushover, but yeah.
Except I bet Blinky is just raging at the very idea that there's only one day off a year.
Rage baited.
Yeah.
Successful.
Well, we're not here to start some sort of insurgency or anything, but you might want to consider some sort of uprising. It doesn't sound like you're being treated very well.
You need to unionize, brother. Get all your friends and colleagues together, your comrades, and just start talking about how it could be, not how it is.
Yeah, that's the kind of literature you should have brought there, Percy.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20.
I need to reiterate that a lot of us can't read. Also, I don't even know how I know the word reiterate. Like that's one of them. I must have heard one of the college kids say it.
We need to find some go-getter college kid that will defend the weak.
Oh, I mean, we're stronger than them. They're a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yeah, but we could find one that reads, and they could help you with the whole union part and everything.
Oh, I see.
Now, brother, how about this? If you can't read, I'm sure you can draw. Can you get a little stick or something and draw in the mud down here and show us what type of shapes these kids are drawing in the fields?
Yeah, and he'll look around for a stick, and you see it is the rune of spoil, or to despoil, rot, or decay.
Sabotage.
And how are your crops growing, my bruv?
Oh, I mean, this year's a little slower than last year, but it's not anything particularly bad. Now that you mention it, I guess it's a little worse where they've been doing the weird symbols, but I figured that was just from them, breaking the crops.
And words have power.
Oh, yeah, I talk to my plants sometimes. They seem to like it.
Crops all stick together, bruv. You could learn a thing or two from them. You should listen to them sometimes.
Except the noble pineapple plants.
What's a pineapple?
I think I saw one in the school over there.
But yeah, you have completed the wolf quest. You have learned that the college kids are doing crop circles of runes. Where do you want to go from here?
Did we get paid?
You have not gotten paid yet. You would need to go back to the mayor.
Well, I mean, quick route back to talk to the mayor, I think, wouldn't go amiss.
Well, knowing us, it might.
Yeah. I mean, we can expedite it with Cam at the wheel there, but
Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to just go and collect your reward from the secretary, we can absolutely just push on past.
yeah,
And we don't.
yeah,
need
we
to-
just go to the secretary, but instead of going to talk to the mayor, I'll just lean in and be like, "I love. You heard anything about these crop circles in town?"
No. What's a crop circle?
Never mind, love. Don't worry your pretty little head over it.
You're very demeaning and rude.
Oh, sorry about that. So I'm from Hume. It's a very affectionate way of talking to someone in Hume.
Oh, so it's a cultural difference. Oh, okay.
Parts of Hume.
You rolling a deception check. Oh,
Okay.
19. 19.
And you see her like lean over, like just doing the sideways lean to look around Ruddy and sees Govern just shaking his head no. And she just like crosses her arms. Here's your money. Go ahead and leave.
Thanking you. How much did we get?
20 gold.
Each?
Each?
No.
Son of a... All right, 5 gold. Oh, it's nice to have a little bit in the purse again. All right. We going to go check out these crop circles? Do we have a reason to? Is anyone paying us? Oh, I wasn't listening.
Well, maybe on second thought, we should talk to the mayor.
He might not offer to pay us unless he thinks there's something worth paying for. If it's just kids making crop circles, that's just them having fun.
Well, I'm just saying, what's next on the agenda if we don't find something to do?
I mean, I'll just report back to Hume for another job. Back to the what's the
Boss tour.
the boss tour. Thoughts, Govern, Percy.
I thought we were here to do diplomacy with Seneca, but it seems that has kind of sailed based on our last interaction with the mayor.
Good point.
Wonder if helping out with these crop circles might give us a better impression around town other than the one that you and, well, everyone here has done so well to cultivate. Perhaps maybe a friendlier disposition might come in handy a bit. But we could always just talk to somebody at the university or go have a look for these crop circles, because I didn't get specifically which farm they're happening on, if it's just one concentrated or if it's multiple spread out around the area.
Right. Well, maybe it's worth asking some questions on the way out of town towards them. And then maybe I have the skill feat hobnobber, so I can gather information in half the normal time, basically. So I might just roll around town on the way out, not wasting too much time, and just see if I can hear any more rumors about what's happening with these crop circles and what people think of them, if they know about them at all.
If you can tell me you would have asked the question of the farmers, you can just roll a diplomacy there to see if they're going to trust you enough to like let you into their business.
Okay, sure.
I aid?
Yeah.
So 19 to aid.
That'll do.
Okay, so +1. That is going to be a 13. Not a great roll. I'm gonna go ahead and spend a hero point. I'm full up, so we give it another go. 22, much better.
All right. At first, the kind of accent and just the whole way that y'all been kind of talking at these farmers, they can tell you probably mean well, but you're not helping them the way they need to be helped right now. You're giving them a lot to think about. And then
What
you
if I
start
use
to
my
change
flask of
tactics.
fellowship?
Yeah. And so
Oh, sorry.
that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Like you pull out the flask of fellowship and you start to like actually just like talk to them and focus more on just these crop circles, and they let you know that it is Farmer Johnson, who is on the west side of town closest to the universities, that has been receiving the majority of these crop circles.
Was that who we were talking to?
No, you were talking to somebody to the southeast, like outside of town over here.
Yeah, we were down.
Old Farmer McGillicuddy, I think.
Yeah, McGillicuddy.
The guy who showed up with the rake, he was saying that it was on his land, no?
No, he said it was one of his neighbors.
Ah, okay.
If I did say that, then I misspoke.
No problem.
What do you think the farmers like from the Flask of Fellowship? What are they drinking?
Probably rye.
Yak milk.
Just straight rye.
Just white lightning, baby.
Yep. High fructose corn syrup fermented.
Ooh. What time of year is it?
It's harvest time.
Fall. Okay. Maybe a non-alcoholic spiced apple cider.
Oh, yeah.
Pumpkin spice frappuccino.
Pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, no.
Birthday cake flavored pumpkin spice frappuccinos.
Straight out of the cow.
All right, get me out of here.
Hey, well, let's go talk to the local working class. Sounds like a great afternoon to me.
Are y'all checking in on the boys that you've left around, or are you just bouncing off for now?
The boys will
This
be
is why we
fine.
needed a milkshake to bring them all to the yard.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Wait, sorry, who the boy? Who do you mean by the boys?
The labor crew that you brought with you to unload everything. They're kind of...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're...
Twisting in the wind.
They have a shovel and they have smokes. Like, they're not going to be upset.
Oh,
at
they'll
just
be
the-
all right. They'll find local watering hole soon enough.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine. Maybe they're somewhat used to, traveling with adventurers who wander off for a while before they come back.
My boys know how to kill time. I'll tell you that for free.
But yeah, as you're walking, you just hear Sam pipe up. Do you think that the university students would know, like, a pauper's rune for decay?
Oh, I mean, they're all book learnt, aren't they?
That's kind of my point. Like, would you recognize a itinerant rune if you were a well-educated noble? Would you recognize?
Well, if I were to guess, that a lot of the kids here are quote unquote failures within their families, but not all of them probably by accident. Some of them probably here because they're just rebellious, which means they're probably pretty smart. They're just pretending they're not, don't care. And you get one of those just, lurking down in some deep, dark library, messing with some occult books. It's very possible.
We need a slacker.
Or, to Sam's point, we might need somebody who would like to frame the college students. Because I think it's not a question of knowing the runes, it's a question of the logistics of the classism of the situation. Why would such a well-to-do student slam it using, to quote Sam here, a pauper's rune?
Right.
I
get your point, but it sounds like you didn't do any pranks when you were in tax collector college.
Oh, certainly not.
What? You didn't mess with the subtotal line in some ledger somewhere ever?
He just goes ghost white.
You hear even Sam gasp, like,
You didn't erase a decimal point to place it somewhere else where it shouldn't be.
Yeah. Oi, bruv, he put the decimal place in the wrong column. What an idiot.
He just starts hyperventilating.
I heard he rounded down when he was supposed to round up.
inside the metal helmet, you just hear that.
What a rube.
Sits down, clutching his chest.
And that's how Godwin died.
Just an anxiety attack kills him on the spot.
Over the idea of messing with a ledger. Yeah.
Clerical errors
leave-
killed him.
Leans over to Blinky. I can't wait to take one of the little bowls off his abacus when he's not looking.
You can do that?
Grabbing him bollocks. Okay, so let's head to the farm, and I say let's investigate a little bit one of these crop circles, see what we can find out, and maybe see if there's some tracks leading somewhere. With no survival, I don't think we have a great chance, but we might as well look.
I'm going to let y'all use perception if you feel more inclined to use that, because the point here isn't to punish you for not building survival. But yeah, if you want to give me...
What about thievery?
Thievery could potentially work as well. But are you just going to wander onto this farmer's land, or are you going to introduce yourself? What's the party looking like?
I think we'd know better than to just wander in. We'll go up to try and spot someone on the land first and wave them down, or go up to the door of the house.
Is this a stand your ground city-state?
Like a double barrel force bolt.
Yes. A Shatterstorm wand pops out around the corner of the door. Stick business.
Govern will take the gather information exploration activity and just kind of interact surfacely with the townsfolk as he walks by, trying to get more information about these crop circles, like if there's any frequency to them, or whatever else is +1 in intelligence can come up with. So that's probably about it.
Okay. Give me
+0, sorry.
Give me a diplomacy check just to gather that information.
So 12.
Everyone here is from a pretty well-to-do family, and they know the tax people are bad news, and so you feel like you're kind of you flag too hard as, a tax agent, and so they're just kind of avoiding you. Yeah.
Yep. That figures.
One of the classes just loopholes.
How to move a decimal point to get away.
Yeah.
But yeah, anybody else going to be gathering information, or are y'all just heading straight to the farm to get it over with?
Yeah, I'll do one as well. Since I have the hobnobber.
The hobnobler.
16.
16. You're not getting anything overly specific, but you are getting the idea that some of the families here come from other families in Rambard, and they go to different schools, and they're kind of creating a bit of a factionalism, almost as if they're replicating the system that they came from here. And so you start to see like little markings, like a wristband or a bracelet, things that start to identify like in groups. So you'll see like a group of 4 or 5 college students hanging around, and they might be all wearing like Blackstone necklaces or, something like that. And so you're starting to see like them still subdividing into their own sort of cliques, even though they came here explicitly to kind of get away from that.
So they're not like class houses. They're like literally their families.
Yeah, or their families. Like they may not necessarily be from the same families from where they were back home, but they're recreating that structure. So it might be their buddies that they made, like their dorm mates, but they're treating it the same way as they do in Rambard of the noble houses. So it's not necessarily from their actual city, but they're recreating that same system of a hierarchy.
Like mafia families.
Yeah, but not necessarily like blood related. It'll just be
like a John Hues movie. The
Yeah.
jocks, the hacky sack kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or boarding school or something.
Yeah, boarding school is very much what this is kind of geared off of, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all you get with your hobnobbling and just walking around town.
Okay.
But you make your way over to Farmer Johnson's, and you see him out in the field working on repairing a plow. Not a plow. That would be for planting.
As we walk up to the farm, is there a sign out front that says "We don't call the city guard" with like a picture of a sword on it or something?
It's a crossbow, but yes.
Nice. There we go.
And then there's another flag that says, "These colors don't hobble."
Seems like a cool farmer.
He kind of looks up and he's chewing on a bit of hay, and he just spits on the ground as you walk up. What can I help you with there?
Oi, brother. Good to see you hard at work. We're a couple folks out from Hume, and we're doing some business around here. And we're talking to one of your farmer friends. He mentioned some sort of crop circles. Just want to investigate.
And he spits again. It's like, unless you can help me fix my wagon, I don't have time for this. The harvest is coming.
Oh, well, fancy you say that. I could help you.
And his eyes kind of narrow, looking at you, not seeing any sort of tools readily available on your belt or anything. And he's like, all right then. Well, if you can help me with this axle, I'd appreciate it.
All right, so Blinky has the Traveler's Any tool. So he can imagine a specific tool, and then the Any tool will create that tool. So if they're working on an axle, he'll probably just have it turn into a hammer of sorts.
Okay.
Nice.
Gavrin will pull out a repair kit and attempt to aid Blinky if that's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll pull out my flask of fellowship, take a swig.
Percy will look very authoritative and can also attempt to aid if possible.
Yep, good.
22 crafting.
All right.
19 crafting.
Ooh. Oof. Wish I had a hero point. So Blinky rolls a 10 and just goes to swing on this thing and probably just splinters the end of the axle.
I'm not going to say you splinter because that's not a critical fail. What I am going to say is that you hit it with the hammer and the wheel comes completely off. And so it just kind of does the little lazy spin around you, like as it just like slowly comes to a stop. And Farmer Johnson looks at you and is just like, city slicker.
We all look embarrassed for him.
My bad, brother. Maybe let me take one more swing at it for a little bit of a higher penalty.
This is not a higher penalty. You can try again. But I am going to need a diplomacy check to like keep this kind of going.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I roll a diplomacy to make like a little off-color joke about him being a greenhorn? I guess it's first fucking day.
Yes, absolutely.
21.
I'll roll over with the flask of fellowship in my hand already and be like, go on, take a swig. He's got it. Don't worry about it.
Just don't give any to Blinky. He's been drinking on the job already. Yeah.
Yeah. No, between the flask and Percy, just, tuning up his friend a little bit, just giving him some shit. Farmer Johnson just like, will take a swig and then kind of grimace. Like, you can tell like the smell off his lips. He picked moonshine, and then he'll just spit on the ground again. And all right then, Blinky.
Oh no!
Duffs it again for a 12.
If Cam allows it, you can take one of my hero points.
I'll allow it.
Thank God. Thank God.
That's your last chance.
Roll lower.
Come on, baby. That's a 13. First day every day, am I right, brother?
12 to a 13.
Look, I don't need you destroying my my axle here. I appreciate that you're doing your best, and maybe this just maybe this labor stuff just isn't. You're not cut out for it. Maybe you should go back to school, son.
But labor is my background, brother.
I don't believe it.
Hey, I came up working in the factories, bruv. This is a little bit out of my wheelhouse, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I can tell the wheel is not where it's supposed to be.
Apologies, brother. Don't mean to put down another working man.
You're right. I shouldn't be quite so cruel about it. Everyone has an off day from time to time. But you think that dwarf would be willing to take a swing at it? Because I really got to get this fixed.
I could give it a try. I don't know if my crafting skills would be up to Mr. O'Neill's there, but let's give it a spin.
Well, it's not really about your skills, obviously, at this point. It's about your performance.
It's a 20 on the die.
Gavrin just like picks up the wheel on either side with both hands and then somehow like reaches underneath it with his foot to balance the axle at an angle and just slides it back onto place, gives it a quick spin, and then just lubes it back up with some tar to like lock it into place before finishing the banding process.
I think they call that institutional knowledge.
Blinky, I think you've been leading your team too much. You need to get in there and work a bit harder.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Had my management pants on there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you gotta get your blue collar gloves on instead.
It's not Blinky's fault. The tax collectors don't pay particularly well anymore since the danger has kind of subsided in the recent years, so one has to learn how to bend their own armor, patch their own shields. You know how it is. And he tries to elbow the farmer, but probably misses, I would think.
You just get him in the knee.
Yeah.
Just right in the side of the knee with heavy plate elbow.
And he lets out a wince. He's like, well, I do declare you did a proper job of fixing that up. And I think that we can let's head into the farmhouse for a bit, and you can ask your questions. And I'll feed y'all some dinner. How's that sound?
Lovely, thank you.
I love dinner. Is it
Dinner.
potatoes? What do you make on this farm?
Corn.
Fantasy shepherd's pie.
Yeah, pretty much. We got the corn and the peas and the beans. But yeah, they take you inside, and it is an incredibly modest, sparse affair. It's clean, it's well taken care of, but clearly does not have much in the way of material goods. And you see his wife just pulling a crusted pie out of the stove, and she turns around and just, I did not know we were going to be having company. I believe we have enough for everyone. If one of you would be so kind as to gather the children, they are out by the well, taking care of the goats.
Sure.
I was about to say, Percy, you love children, right?
Send the cat.
Mostly just kind of uncomfortable about the sounds of how vegetarian heavy this meal is going to be. Thinks he's going to take a little stroll.
You just heard they have goats. The Johnson family begins setting the table and sitting you all down while Percy goes outside. And you see some of the kiddos are drawing runes in the dirt.
Okay. I would like to use scribing lore, if possible.
Oh,
Sure.
To recognize them. 19 is the 7 on the die.
Yeah, that's
12 on the die, sorry.
you see that most of the runes they're drawing are just typical ones that, you know, kids would learn. Things like food, shelter, just very generic things. But you do see the decay rune mixed into there.
Okay, so I'll walk up and whoever is...
Yeah, you see a small, like, 3-year-old girl is the one that's drawing
Okay.
just finished drawing the decay rune.
Yeah, okay, so we'll ask her, who taught you how to draw that?
We saw it out in the field.
Oh, that's the first you ever saw it?
Yeah,
Do you know what that means?
it means rot, I think.
You think? Who taught you that?
It just, that's what Papa said.
Okay. Has he taught you any other things to draw?
Oh, well, between him and Mama, we've learned these other ones too. And she'll point at, you know, honesty and shelter and food and friendly and things like
They're
that.
doing the S, the universal S.
Yeah.
Yeah, the universal S is prominently drawn.
Feeling that's a bit inappropriate, Percy will start to scribble that out with his paw and say, "Oh, why don't you come on? Your parents said that dinner's ready,
Okay.
and you're doing a good job on those."
Are you a kitty?
Of course. What do you think I am, a dog?
No, that would be gross. Because you'd have like
It's
a
gross.
blunted nose and you'd be really short.
Yeah,
Fucking
they are
shoonies.
disgusting.
You look over and Blinky's just like scratching himself somewhere, like behind his
Behind
leg
the
or something
ears.
like that.
Take the kiddos back inside and everyone sits down. You have a nice, lovely dinner. There is goat meat with peas and carrots and onions and corn all mixed into this flaky crust. It's not particularly well seasoned, just maybe a little bit of salt. but after a long day, it does taste very good.
Is it kind of a chilly night? Is it that far into the autumn yet, or?
Yeah, it's definitely chilling out.
As we get to the end of dinner, I'll start describing a drink that I know, and I'll ask them if they're familiar with something like cloves. Would that be something that's around here, or is it something maybe a little exotic to be getting Hume or something?
That would definitely be something that maybe the townsfolk get their hands on, but the farmers probably. They might have. Actually, you know what? Here, let me just roll a d20 and we're going to see. Yeah, this particular family has not heard of cloves, or
Okay.
they may have heard of it, but they don't have it. Yeah.
Just for funsies, what I want to do is start trying to describe this drink. I was like, you know whiskey and the notes that it might get if you age it in the barrel. No, we're not talking moonshine, something you let sit for a while and enjoy a bit later as a special treat. And you all know honey, and you all know this, but do you know about... And you start describing this spice as best you can. I'm going to roll an alcohol lore to see if I can get the imagination going, and then I want that to be the drink they get out of the Flask of Fellowship. Because it has to be what they want, right?
Yeah.
What they're hoping for. So, 14?
The basic DC for a level 1 is what, 15? So I'm going to say you get real close.
But lore is usually a lower DC, right?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. So yeah, no, you succeed in describing this drink.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and then I'll pour them all. When you mix them all together at the very end of the day, it's called a blazing eddy, which is, of course, the fantasy version of a hot toddy.
So good.
And you see the little 3-year-old reach for it. But hers is non-alcoholic. Hers is non-alcoholic.
There, young buck. Okay.
They all just take a sip of it, and they're like, "Oh, like it." You have given them a very valuable
Really
experience.
warms the cockles.
What's a cockle?
Ask your father when you're older.
Papa, what's a cockle? I've never heard that word. I'm going to need this strange man to describe it for us.
I said when you're older.
Oh boy.
But go ahead and take a hero
Cut the
point.
mic.
Look, let me put the youngins to bed and we'll talk. And the wife and dad take the kids off, puts them to bed, comes back, I don't know, 15 minutes later. If you have want to discuss anything in that time before they come back down, you're free to. Sounds like you don't.
Well, Percy's the one who's got that information there, so maybe...
Yeah, Percy will tell them, while I was out there, the kid was putting drew the rot rune into the sand. She said that her dad taught her about it, and I think he might know more than he's letting on, so just be careful.
Oh, that is odd.
Yeah, there's something weird going on here.
I do want to remind you that these particular runes are like the common folk runes. Mm-hmm. So him knowing that means rot is not inherently suspicious, and him teaching his daughter what a word means is not inherently like you're free to make these conclusions. I just want to remind you that him knowing that word is not some like ultra dark necromantic, whoa.
Okay, so it's not like a magical rune, it's just how they like write Taldane or whatever.
Is it fair to liken it to Cantonese and Mandarin?
It is significantly closer to that, yeah. Where there's a specific character in the shape of a rune, and the rune may have small differences for different like meanings or connotations of that word, but it is very much a very just like, here is, the rune for decay, and the one with rot might have a slight difference of like a small variable, but it's a very like just basic word association. It's not necessarily
like hobo symbols.
Yeah, that's very much like basically like what they would carve into the side of.
Is that what they're called?
That might be what they're called.
This farmer is having these runes put onto his land, right? So
correct.
So if he knows them, it's obvious that the people like this sort of folk would know them. Maybe we can ask him directly. Like, who do you think would be using these against you? Like, something about these runes, but like, do you know anything about the magical sense of them?
Mm-hmm. That's a very good question to ask him when he gets back.
In the meantime, I'll take some of the food scraps on the table and just start like fiddling with them and then just make the rune on the table.
Okay.
So when he comes back, I'll be like, "So your wee child made this," says our companion here, Percy, who is a wizard with words and that sort of thing.
A wizard.
Well, no, metaphorically, of course. He's not nearly smart enough to cast a spell. That's ridiculous.
Minus 1 wisdom.
We figure that these are pretty common symbols amongst your folk, but we've heard that they've been used on your land to disintegrate your crops, as it were. Any idea why?
Well, it's not really disintegrating our crops, as it were. It's not. It is definitely causing problems, but it's not like the whole thing is just turning into some putrefied goop or anything. It's just, the area around them is growing less green. It'll be more yellowed leaves. It's just small little things.
Aren't you worried that will spread?
I mean, if they keep drawing the circles, I'm sure it will, but I'm just doing my best to keep them off my land so they can't keep drawing them. There's not a whole lot else I can do.
You ever catch what direction they're going after they're at your farm?
Oh, they're always heading back to town. They're coming from one of the schools. I know it. And I'm pretty sure I know which ones are doing it too.
How often are they doing it?
Oh, maybe once a month.
Now go on then, tell us who you think is doing this.
I think it's one of the Debaki boys. I turned him in to the sheriff because he was out here causing problems, harassing my wife.
The wacky tobacco boys?
No, Debaki. Debaki.
No, I heard tobacco too.
Well, you should all get your ears checked.
What was he doing with your wife?
Sometimes the college boys are... They're not good people. I know we're supposed to believe the best in everyone, but they just harass her. Between her cooking and her looks, I guess they just think it's funny to mess with her.
Oh, that ain't right, bruv. She's the queen of your castle.
I reckon she is.
And it's them same boys, you're saying?
Yeah, the Debaki boys. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be throwing accusations out so hard. I've never actually seen them. It's just they're the only people I could think of that would possibly have anything out for me.
I'm just wondering, you said they might be harassing her because of her looks and her cooking. And how would these Veki boys know if her cooking was any good?
Oh, there's the town festival where there's a cook-off of sorts. The different farmers and locals will provide their best crafted dishes or drinks or what have you. And she's came in first the last 2 years.
What's her favorite dish?
Lemon tarts.
Son of a bitch.
She came in first the last couple of years. That shepherd's pie wasn't well seasoned. I don't know.
What'd you say wife's name was?
Susanna.
What'd you say your name was?
Johnson.
Farmer Johnson.
Clive.
Clive Johnson, if you will.
How long do you think it's been since the last crop circle? Are we about due for another one? Is this the kind of we camp out in your backyard and wait for the townsfolk to come kind of a thing?
Oh, I couldn't ask you to do that. It's been, maybe a week or two. So it'll be a while before they try to come out here again, I'm sure.
Would you mind taking us out to the most recent one so we could inspect the land?
It might be best to do it in the morning. It's getting a little late. You're welcome to stay here, or you can head back into town. It's not that far of a trip, maybe an hour, up to y'all.
Yeah, maybe we should stay out here. Maybe something will happen.
Okay, well, I got room in the stables for you. It's relatively clean, and should be plenty warm with the animals inside. So if that's acceptable to y'all.
That sounds great, mate.
I think Govern's going to return to town and look after the employees.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'll go partying if they're not supervised.
They'll get into trouble.
Can I hop in and say that Blinky goes with?
Percy and Ruddy, you both bed down for the night, just tucked in with the goats and the dogs. And Govern and Blinky, you make your way back to town, pulling your cloaks tighter as the cold wind nips at your heels before Sam quietly pipes up out of nowhere. Do either of you have any theories working right now? And is there anything that I can do to help?
Personally, I am smart enough to know that I'm not the smartest man on this journey. I am but a humble tax collector. So I will leave the working theories for the working people, and I'll just wait until I have a pretty definite idea and then approach it with caution. So no, Govern has no fucking idea as what's going on with this +0 intelligence and very limited questioning.
Does James have any theories, or are you kind of just playing it close to your chest right now?
My closest theory is that somebody is framing these kids, like there's some sort of meta plot going on here, like they want this farmer off this land for some reason. And they're framing these kids because they know there's an issue or something like that. Like if you report somebody, there's bound to be a public record of it, whether or not it's actually a record or whether it's just town gossip. Everybody's business is everybody's business in a town of this size, especially at this kind of period. So he's Johnson and Susanna seem honest enough, but he's got nothing right now. He hasn't seen the crop circle. He's and investigative work is well outside of his purview. He is a point at it and he hits it kind of dude.
Yeah, gotcha. What about Blinky/Scott?
I think that it's too early to tell because it just seems like it would be a little too easy if it was just them damn kids.
I see. Okay. Do you have anything that you want Sam to do?
Oi, Sam. You're from around here. You ever heard of anything like this before?
The closest that I've heard of is sometimes the orphans, the ones that had particularly traumatic events happen to them, they will take to carving runes into their floors in the orphanage. And it's one of the things that the earth elementals, they'll wipe it away before anything can really come of it. But these symbols aren't particularly magical, so unless the person doing them has some form of magic, it's unlikely that just making the rune itself would do anything. But I can break into one of the schools and start rifling through documents or the mayor's or...
Oh, hold on there. Tell me something, mate.
What about it?
What do you orphans think about these students?
It's... I have complicated feelings. There's a bit of an inferiority because they have their parents, and their parents were so well-to-do that they could afford to send them to a school where they can learn to just do art and live privileged, pampered lives. But there's also a certain level of self-respect, self-esteem that comes from the fact that I, with the help of Hume and the tutors that I've had, have learned to do things to take care of myself in a way that they never will. And so I have a lot of strong feelings, but they're not necessarily consistent.
And would you say that sentiment is shared by most of your classmates? Or some a little more angry and some a little more nonplussed?
I think that most of my classmates would probably feel pretty similar to me. But we also recognize that these kids don't know anything else because they have been sheltered from the world. So it would be hard to make a judgment on them. You can't know something is wrong inherently if you lack empathy or social skills to recognize it for such.
It's no excuse, mate.
Preaching to the choir here.
I'm not necessarily arguing, but
Who do you think would benefit from crop circles in the land of the Johnsons?
I think somebody that is trying to force farmers out would be the one that benefits the most. But given their social hierarchy in this particular town, it's hard to see where the motivation would come from. If the farmers were owning their own land, then I could see that, but it seems they have contracts with the mayor.
So, who would benefit from negative things befalling the mayor, since they own all the land outside of the town? Is this not just an attack on the mayor, then, and the townsfolk?
That is a possibility, but I do not know enough of the politics of Rambar to give you an idea. I could break into the mayor's office and see if I can find any threatening letters or anything else.
You really seem like you won't break into something.
It's been a while and my tools are getting rusty.
Seems as good of a place to start as anywhere, unless Mr. O'Nails has a better idea.
I'm full of a lot of things, but good ideas generally ain't one of them. Sounds good.
And you make your way back to the workers, and they've put away their shovels, and to their credit, they've cleaned up their butts. Trying to make a good impression on the city, not be menaces. They've been cleaning up after themselves, even if they're a little bit sloppy. But they tell you, like, the mayor's let us know that we can stay in the warehouse where we're storing the flour, if that's workable for you all, or you can go to the tavern, but the boys and I, we think we're just going to save the money and sleep in the warehouse.
Oi, good job, boys. Beautiful work site here. I hope you took your breaks at the right time, though.
Oh, of course.
Everyone at the same time for 45 minutes at a time, every 15 minutes?
Of course.
Oi, they say micro breaks can really help with your mental health and your back.
Oh, no, breaks are incredibly important for making sure that you stay mentally and physically focused. But I just caught 45-minute break every 15 minutes. Yeah, okay, James, take a hero point. Actually, everyone can also take a hero point just for the good role play and everything else that's been going down so far.
Hey.
Economy's flowing in this game.
Yeah, I'm not Freeman, okay? I don't like making people suffer.
Yeah, you've given as many hero points now as Freeman did in like 10 apps.
First book.
Or more, yeah.
I just forget.
Anyways, everybody goes to sleep. You wake up feeling well rested. Who wants to go first? I guess we'll handle Govern and Blinky, even though we've been focusing, but just to like get them back over to the farm in the morning. I assume y'all wake up early. Nobody stays out too late partying. You may like just, kind of shout out for Sam, just asking, oh, are they there? Are they there? But you don't get a response yet. And so you kind of just shrug, figure, kid that can turn invisible, break into places, they'll be fine. This is just, they're doing something and they're not here right now. So you head
This
back
kid
to
got roasted as fuck. Guaranteed.
Just tied up in the mayor's basement right now.
Yeah, getting beat with a piece of soap and a sock.
Who knows?
Oh, no.
The shad treatment.
Who knows?
Oh.
No.
I do. I know. I'm the GM.
Can you tell us?
I can. Next week.
Will you?
Oh.
You wake up in the morning and you briefly, just Sam, are you there? And you get no response, but you assume, 16-year-old kid that can turn invisible, break into places. They're fine. They're fine. Nothing bad could possibly happen there. And honestly, how could you find them anyways? So you just kind of shrug and head back to the farm. And when you get there in the morning, Percy and Ruddy have been awoken and are inside eating some pancakes with blueberry preserves. And they wouldn't have coffee, but they would have some sort of warm tea-like beverage. Just like a herbal tea with like ginger and maybe apples. Just kind of like a hot cider in the morning.
Bougie.
Just to help wake up and get some sugar in you.
And Percy is just kind of looking in the middle distance at some livestock out the window.
Just eyes glazed.
Sorry, I should have asked you, Percy. What do you like to eat?
You know what? The tea's fine.
I got some goat bacon if you'd like.
Oh, actually, goat bacon, please.
All right, I got some goat bacon and eggs I'll make for you too. And pulls out
Goat
the
eggs?
larder. Yeah, goat eggs and chicken bacon. You don't have that back in Hume?
Rocky Mountain oysters. There.
Oh, yeah. Little prairie oyster.
Anyways. God damn it. You're fed. You're watered. You're thriving. You're well lubricated. And Farmer Johnson takes you out to the field. And you see that the field has, like, it's kind of partitioned off like it is on the map into different sections. And you see that the one closest to town, there's two of them that have had crop circles put in them.
Are they both the same crop circle?
One is, go ahead and give me some perceptions.
Can I give you another scribing lore?
Sure.
17. Can't roll for shit.
24. I fucking rock.
Nice.
16 for Gobber.
Freeman, you rolling or not?
26.
Whoa.
All right.
She's through time.
Yeah, bleary-eyed.
So Percy with the scribing lore is actually going to know just a little bit more, though, Rodney, that was an incredible roll. I'm going to say that just Percy notices it first, and then Rodney, you catch it like as Percy starts to chime in. These runes are almost preternaturally like the same. Like, it is bizarre because these are plants, and so it looks like some of the corn has been trimmed down to be the same size, like from patch to patch. Like, you just keep going back and forth like, wait a minute, and you realize like they've cut the stalk down to be the same length for making these runes. So close to identical that it honestly hurts the space right between your eyes and behind them.
My prodigious knowledge of typesetting has made me aware of how identical these are.
This is where the phrase kerning came from. It's just a bastardization of corning.
Of a corn kernel.
Nice. James, take a hero point. That was great.
I'm full up, but I appreciate that.
All right, well, you can take a cam point. That was good.
Now, I don't know much about magic, but I presume that's the sort of thing you need to be this sort of precise. Bloody hell.
Hey, if you had my local out here trying to do it, it would be just bang on plumb just like that, brother. You just need some hard work and some good supervisory skills.
Prove it.
Bring the crew over. We want a replication.
Get them boys.
Get you rolling some more crafting.
The boys just rolling hop, hop, hop,
Start
hop, hop,
blowing
hop,
my
hop.
whistle, yeah.
So it's actually not a bad idea if we get the boys to come and give it a try, because that would give us a pretty good idea of how long it might take to make one of these things if there were only one or two people involved. Could it be done in a full night if they've got to get down there and give the corn a little haircut?
For the listeners, James was mimicking scissors with his fingers there.
Corn scissors.
Just got to be careful of the ears.
Oh,
Son of a.
Take a hero point away.
and then give it back
And
to
then
him.
take another one. Yeah,
Oh, damn.
that was good. But yeah, whichever one of you, if any of you want to run and go get the boys,
Blinky pulls out his whistle and just starts laying on it.
His boy's whistle.
I got a signal whistle.
Percy pulls out a milkshake.
and you all look over to the wall that separates the farmland, and you just see the boys just tumbling over the side of this like 12-foot high wall, just like milkshake. Oh God!
It's like a World War Z thing.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
exactly
just
what I
piling
was
up. No, they don't do that. But yeah, they do. You're close enough to the warehouse that I'm gonna go ahead and just say that the signal and the milkshake is enough to summon the boys.
It can be heard clearly up to half a mile away.
Perfect. That's plenty. So they what is it? Just like 3 short bursts?
It's a little tune that they would know.
Okay.
Melody to Funky Town.
I was gonna say Funky Town was immediately in my head. But yeah, so the boys come out and they just like form a circle around the crop circles. Like, oh, that's pretty good work right there. Yeah, oh yeah, man, the precision's immaculate. I can tell that this was truly an artisan.
All right, boys,
Yeah,
just put your smokes out before you start on this one, eh?
Wait, should we actually do a crop circle in Farmer Johnson's fields without him knowing?
yeah. Farmer Johnson's there, and he's just like, okay, like, if you're gonna do this, I got a patch over here that's not doing great, anyways. So if
Hold on there, mate. Why don't you go ahead and take this for your trouble, because a good worker needs to get paid a fair wage, and Blinky will hand him a gold coin.
you're giving me a gold coin to, okay, yeah, sure.
Blinky knows that's definitely probably... I mean, I don't know how big this crop circle is, but ears of corn aren't that expensive. But Blinky's trying to, just make sure he gets well paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slips it to him in a handshake, gives him a pat on the cheek.
Which cheek, though? Important questions that people
Both.
want answers. Which cheeks? You all pull out your sundials and start to time the boys making their crop circle. How many boys do you want to try to make this crop circle?
Well, you could do pi times boy times radius squared.
Yeah. Hey, Clive, when you
Don't take a hero point.
saw this before, Clive, did you see how many footprints were leading back to town?
I'm not much of a hunter. I couldn't tell you. I would guess probably 4 or 5.
I bet you with Labor Lord, Blinky could probably figure it out just by looking at it.
Yeah, that'd be a good use of labor lore.
I'm in.
Yeah, use his eyes and ears.
Oh, jeez.
Natty 20, baby. 26.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Jeez.
You feel like it would take at least 12 or 15 people to pull it off with this level of precision in a night. So the fact that there was only 4, maybe 5, and potentially even less since it was dark, you definitely get the feeling that this isn't something that just... Like, your boys could do it, and it would be precise. But with the amount of people that he's saying that he saw, he's either not right about how many days they came out to do this, or something else is messing up with the math of the situation.
What about a perception check just to see if this guy's on the up and up?
Sense Metal, go ahead.
I don't know if someone else wants to roll that too. It's a 16.
Oh, with a 16, yeah, he's definitely like, he's just a farmer that's getting his crops kind of ruined.
Okay.
Could Govrin do like a measure of the arcane in this thing using his eye for treasure and crafting as his recall knowledge? His crafter's appraisal. So he wants to figure out if it was almost certainly magically done. Like the amount of people we're talking about doesn't make sense, but he has 0 aptitude for anything other than a shield. So like he can count real good, and he understands like mechanically, he has eye for treasure and crafter's appraisal, allowing him to use crafting for recall knowledges and to identify magic. So I'm wondering if he could just see that this may have been magically made, just because it's just not possible with the information we've been given.
No, I'll definitely take that. Yeah, good.
No non-magic hands could cut corn like this.
That's a 21 crafting.
Yeah, there's definitely magic aid happening here. Maybe not super powerful magics, but there's definitely something going on. But you get the feeling that it's less likely to be arcane and more likely to be primal.
So, looking at this, and based on the information that everyone has said aloud prior to this moment, I think I know that it's not possible for this to have been done by that many people in such short time, and I would guess this is probably some sort of magical equation we're dealing with here, and of those magics, probably the one that does with plants the most. Anyone here speak magic?
Nah.
Stark silence.
It's Hume bureaucracy for you.
Did we ever tell the listeners what classes we all are? Because
I think we did when we first introduced our
Yeah.
characters.
okay, yeah. So no magic users,
No magic users, yeah.
which is chill.
No survival.
Is my crafter's appraisal the closest thing we have to identify magic?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trained a little bit in nature. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trained in nature, you probably recognize some nature magic.
Yeah.
Unless it's the magic of a hard day's work.
So those are the bonus feats that Cam gave me. Turns out we needed them real bad.
I've got read lips, which is like a kind of magic.
I got read lips too.
I got sign language, which is magic to me.
It's a lot of finger waggling for sure.
It's all somatic components.
Exactly.
What about if I were to roll like a thievery or a survival to determine like what kind of actual tools, any special tools that would have been used alongside said magic aid?
With Govern's check, you're pretty much certain at this point there weren't tools. It would have been magic and then hand to bend or something like that. But you're pretty certain there was no tools involved. It was all magic.
Yeah, and everything implies a ritual mechanically, right?
Yes.
Replicating it then with tools is sort of redundant, isn't it?
Sounds like it. All right, boys. As you were.
Hup, hup,
to
hup,
the
hup, hup, hup,
warehouse.
hup. They just all light cigarettes and hup, 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 back to town.
Sam, have you returned yet from your clandestine mission?
Well, where is
Oh, where's Sam?
She went to see the mayor about some secret documents, if you get my drift.
Oh. Well, I hope he kills him.
I love that Sam's gender is incredibly fluid. I am here for it. Like, no, it's perfect. It is absolutely ideal. Like, please.
Nobody's ever got a good look at them.
Exactly. It's just like
known as androgynous Sam on the streets.
Samdrogenous.
God damn it, James.
Last name's androgynous.
So good.
Okay, so do we have Mr. Johnson? Do you know of anyone in town who's particularly skilled with the magic of the land that we could perhaps consult on this?
Like a druid, mate.
Oh, a druid. We had one, but the mayor upset them about 3 or 4 months ago, and they haven't been around since.
Well, there's our red flag.
About 2 months.
It's probably not related.
What? You leave the investigations to others. You just do the printing, Percy. You just do the printing of the story.
They're so identical.
Right, and where would this druid be now?
Your guess is as good as mine. I assume they're out in the woods somewhere.
What was the name?
Lewis.
Lewis.
I'm sorry, they can't all have a spectacular name as Blinky and Percy.
Well, I never met no druid whose name wasn't like Forest Floor or like Trees with rain or something like that.
Like what about a barrel or something like that? Would that be too common of a name?
I mean, I ain't never heard of no fucking barrel.
Yeah, no, me either. That'd be a stupid name.
A barrel I know has got ale in it.
I'll have you know I was named after my grandfather, who was a purse snatcher.
Take a hero point.
Hell yeah.
I'm full of things.
No, I'm just saying, not everybody's gonna. Do you think people are just born a druid?
Actually, I have no idea.
How are druids made? Hey Alexa, how are druids made?
Sam!
Hello?
How do you make a druid?
Sam, everything.
Well, you see, when a tree and a woman love each other very much.
Tom Bombadil over here.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Maybe we should look for this Lewis. But before we go asking around, maybe we should check on Sam. Maybe they might have volunteered, but that's a dangerous mission. Should probably make sure he's all right.
And the mayor's probably the best person to ask since they ran the druid out of town anyway.
That's true.
Oh, I think that we should ask some of the common folk.
No, we could do both.
All right, then.
We go to the mayor's, gathering information along the way.
And hoping they don't get mad at us because we sent their emissary to break into the place.
Get mad at
It's-
us. You mean stay mad at us.
yeah.
All right, I'll go back to obnobbing. On the way through town, 18. See if anyone knows anything about Lewis.
I got an 11, but after a hero point, it has magically turned into a 27.
Nice.
All right, so ready. You hear that some of the kids in the towers have been growing.
Weed.
Yeah, pretty much magical weed.
I knew it was wacky tobacco.
And it is starting to spread throughout town as a place with college aged artists are prone to do. Drugs are spreading. Good.
Do you mean metaphorically, like drugs are spreading because they're awesome, or like literally they're spreading because it's a weed?
Both.
Okay, thank you.
So there's invasive flayleaf plants growing in town?
Pretty much, it would be considered like halfling sweetleaf here.
Oh.
And with a 27 govern, you see some of the mayor's assistants and attendants and things, and they're kind of rushing around, and you put two and two together that the mayor is missing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we're going to end it.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Oh, Sam kidnapped the mayor again. God damn it.
One can only hope.
Hues of Hume is an actual play podcast in the homebrew of Hume, created by Cameron Terry, and is produced by the Uncharted North Network. Hues of Hume uses Pathfinder 2nd Edition Legacy and Remastered rule sets, developed by Paizo Incorporated, used under Paizo's community use policy. Hues of Hume is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information on Paizo and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Music is licensed by Epidemic Sound through Full Round Action Gaming. Hues of Hume is recorded remotely using Foundry Virtual Tabletop and the Forge VTT hosting service. If you wish to support this project, past projects, and projects to come, visit us at unchartednorth.ca, patreon.com/unchartednorth, or on Instagram at unchartedno. Links to all credits can be found in the episode description. Thanks for listening.